Yep, it's Thanksgiving Day. A bit after the Macy's parade. But we're now here. Army Entertainment's brand spanking new Big Balloon Parade, Thanksgiving 2022. Featuring 17 giant character balloons, or well, cardboard cutouts. 3 brand new ones, including a sort of a familiar face you've seen on TV. But at first, here comes our yellow stars and, of course, our little title float that runs on its own. It's wheeled, if you didn't know. And of course, you wouldn't see a parade without brand spanking yellow stars shining bright along the way. And here comes our very first character balloon, and as I've just mentioned earlier, she is a brand new one. You're familiar with her, aren't you? If you've seen her on CBeebies or on Disney Plus. She is Bluey, furnished by BBC Studios. Bluey and her, well, antic adventures in Australia have delighted children and adults and pretty much everyone around the world. She's definitely a blue heeler who likes to have fun, playing with her mum, her dad, and her little sister Bingo. She also likes just being what we were like when we were little kids. Maybe if you're like her, then still. You could see her every day on CBeebies, because of course I live in the UK, so there you go. What a brilliant sight to the new parade. And now our traditional Mr. Robot float has appeared. Well, this time the snowboard has come loose and little Sister Pie has decided to snowboard around the float. Whilst the very important director is sitting behind. And now here comes a giant Pokeball. What can you catch with that, you may ask? Well, you can catch anything. You better make sure that you're looking at the catch rate though. And here is Pikachu. Wait, this isn't the Pikachu balloon, but it is still a Pikachu anyway. Why is that, you may ask? It's a themed car, dressed exactly to look like Pikachu. Well, except for the blue windows and a bit of white inside, but it still looks like our favourite Pokemon anyway. And then here, appearing for the second time now, is a mythical Pokemon, and it is Arceus. Here once again to promote the Arceus Chronicles on Netflix. Once again, furnished by the Pokemon Company International. So you'll be seeing more Pokemon later on in the parade, but now here comes a character who is making his grand return. Originally is not part of a viewer vote because the balloon that we were going to put in Garfield, where Garfield is now, wasn't in very good condition, but still here's Garfield with Pookie, about the size of 700 teddy bears in real life. And he, of course, is furnished by Paws Incorporated and Nickelodeon. So yeah, Garfield is shining bright in good old orange, giving the parade a very big thumbs up. Maybe he's wanting his good old Thanksgiving tradition of, not the turkey, lasagna. Good old lasagna. Oh, and look at this. Sarah's on the extreme bike. Hope she doesn't crash, but she can't crash because there we are. Now, Harold the police officer is going to salute our good old police force. And I mean good police force. So, they're just going to go onto the route and, well, introduce us all. beep 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 beep. Here's the entire team. Now, peeps are missing. I know what to do. There we are. The entire police force together with Harold the policeman. Now then, all of you, it's time for you to head off on the route now because we need to continue on with the parade. Okay then, thank you. Let's just fast forward this. Yep, this sign does indeed say that all the world loves a parade. And here is something that the world loves as well. A delicious ice cream cone. Yummy. Makes you really want to lick it, don't you? Delicious strawberry, raspberry and pistachio flavour. Oh yes. Here's a little car with a person holding a lot of money on it. Be careful, you don't want the crooks to get it, don't you? Don't worry, I won't. And now, here comes our next character. Another familiar face, and this is his third appearance in this design now. It's Diary of a Wimpy Kid, or more or less, Greg Heffley. Furnished by Puffin Books and Disney Plus. So Greg is here to promote, of course, his brand new book featuring his older brother Roderick, Diary of Wimpy Kid Diaper Overload, which is available now. And also Roderick's brand new Disney Plus movie, Diary of Wimpy Kid Roderick Rules, where Greg has to survive with Roderick's shenanigans. And don't forget that's going to Disney Plus very soon as well. Just make sure not to give that diary to him, otherwise it's bad news. Now here comes a snowmobile with a person riding it. And Samurai X is riding the skateboard ramp boat float. Because of course you have to float your boat. So they're two pretty smallish floats. Not much to say about them, but still. Now, here comes our clone float. So it's basically a flat surface with nothing but clone troopers on it. Loads and loads of clone troopers and a few stormtroopers trooping about. With our favourite astronaut riding on top. Captain Rex still has one arm. And now, here comes the return of an old favourite. This is the character I voted for to come back. My own choice, and that is Kermit the Frog. So, since we don't have a Sesame Street character around at the moment, I felt like I could bring back our favourite frog, furnished by the Walt Disney Company. So Kermit is of course the leader of the Muppets, and here he's been newly refurbished with bright colours, with a brighter green colour scheme now, making him look even more like a frog than ever. And of course he and his favourite Muppet pals are part of the Muppets, with all sorts of different movies, shows and other specials. And don't forget, although he might not appear in it, some of his other Muppet friends are going to appear in the brand new Disney Plus series, The Muppets Mayhem, coming in 2023. It might be something Kermit might be very proud of indeed. And here are some brand new characters, appearing for the very first time in the Big Balloon Parade. It is Thomas and Percy from Thomas and Friends All Engines Co. Both appearing on the route, furnished by Mattel Television. Here to promote their TV series that currently has on Milkshake and on Nick Jr. in the UK at least. So they're ready to go on brand new adventures. As they say, All engines go! And here is a pretty sight. It's our giant rotating face claw float. And various different villains have appeared on there. And now we have the peg-legged pirate guy. Yay! And following on that is a character who is appearing for his third time now. It is none other than Papa Smurf from the Smurfs, furnished by Imes and Nickelodeon. So of course, Papa Smurf is here to promote once again his TV series The Smurfs. Of course, airs on Nickelodeon and on Channel 5. And how he's doing that? Well, he's clicking his heels in excitement indeed. Of course, the Smurfs have been around for many years, and of course, although they might be Three Apples tall, this Smurf is even bigger than Three Apples tall. He might be the size of the Big Apple, indeed. Well, not really, but you get the picture. Oh, the fire crew have arrived. Nina, Nina. Of course, the fire crew always love appearing in our parade because they're ready to lead up two different things. First of all, Harold the firefighter is here to make sure that they, of course, get their big lead that they always want. And we've got our little stage float powered by the snowmobile for the firefighters. Now let's see them in action. And here they are, all together. Harold the firefighter on top as well. Now, let's see them go. Leading the way for another superhero that is actually a super cute hero. And this is super cute Hello Kitty, furnished by Sanrio. So, this is a character we've seen before in our parade, but here she's back and even bigger than ever. Flying high. Being what Sanrio always says is that you can never have too many friends. She's seriously a super cute hero that you'll never forget. Wow, look who's here now, Luigi. But he's got something different because Mario and Peach are here. And now it's time for our Bowser's Airship little show. Watch out, Luigi. There aren't any ghosts around, are there? Now as it's opened, I think Luigi needs to... Wait, you can't suck up Goombas. And the Magic Koopa has fainted in shock. And whoa, that was cool. It moved by itself, and the claw oh, Peach is saved. Mario is saved. And now Bowser is de-shelled. And gone as well. Well done, Luigi. Now, let's set this all back up, and now we can go over to our next balloon. Hey, do you remember this character? You might have remembered him from appearing in a video game. This is Cool Spot. And he is furnished by PepsiCo and Brookvic. Yep, he's back. the original mascot of 7-Up. Well, not in the UK at least. But he is still a cool red spot, making sure that what you're drinking is not cola. He is definitely the red spot that gives you the uncola 7-Up. Maybe we'll see him again someday. And here comes our Star Wars float. Yep, it's still the same one. There's no newer stuff in here. Just classic characters. And all sorts. Pretty cool if you'd ask me. And there's Yoda from his Clone Wars appearance with a pilot on top. And of course, you can't have Star Wars at the moment without this thing. And of course, Grogu. The Funko Pop style Grogu, furnished by, of course, Lucasfilm. So, you're familiar with this character, aren't you? Who hasn't been familiar with Grogu? Well, of course, one of the biggest pop culture phenomenons, and now he's starring in a brand new short produced by Studio Ghibli, promoting the Mandalorian Series 2. Series 3, more like. Because I don't know much about Star Wars, but still, it's nice to see this character appear again. And this is his third appearance now. Wow, look at these. There's even more peeps coming through. Coming through indeed. Skeleton horse with wild style on for some reason. There's a normal horse, there's football player on a trike that doesn't even control itself. There's Pepperoni, as usual, being how he normally is. And there's Astronaut, moving around his little wagony thing. Oh, and there's Kimono Girl. She's here as always on this little float. And now the construction workers are on the loose, making sure that the construction is going on really well. And why is Jay here from Ninjago? Well, maybe he wanted to go on the horse and enjoy himself, but he forgot. Oh well. But yeah, the construction workers had him on board, but then he, as I said, he decided to leave. So now they're all together having fun with two Emmets for some reason. And now we come across my old best friend James Price, who isn't my friend anymore, but he's still in the parade anyway. Riding on the boat float. Why? Because it is. And the next up on our next list of balloons, we've got 9 more left to showcase, is a brand new Ronald McDonald balloon, furnished by, oh, of course, McDonald's. This time Ronald McDonald is showing his love, as he's holding a giant love heart. Who knows, maybe because he loves McDonald's, or maybe because he likes children. Well, of course, he is the face of the non-profit Ronald McDonald House charity, so it could explain all that, but still. It's always nice seeing our good old clown enjoying and treating us, kids and big kids, of course, to delightful McDonald's. Thank you, Ronald, and enjoy your love. And now here comes the Powerpuff Girls. What? They've just celebrated their 24th anniversary? Well, they're here now, in Lego form at least. So Blossom's got the phone, Bubbles has got her favourite toy Opti, and Buttercup has the Mega Blaster Bot, which can be changed into all sorts of different things in most of the parades. So how cool is that? And they're all furnished by, of course, Cartoon Network. And now, furnished by Peanuts Worldwide and Wild Brain, comes Snoopy's Doghouse. So, Snoopy is here, of course, with his good old owner and good pal, Charlie Brown. He may be a bit of a blockhead, but we still love Charlie Brown the same way as we always do. And this is, of course, followed up with, who else? Snoopy! As a balloon, of course, not just as a minifigure. But we have Balloon Snoopy as well, and he's dressed up as one of his alter egos, Joe Cool. Once again, furnished by Peanuts Worldwide and Wild Brain. Joe Cool is making sure to be the coolest beagle in town. And of course, we all have different other alter egos we know of Snoopy. Of course, we have World War One flying ace, we have an astronaut, skater, Millennium Usher, all sorts we've seen in our parade. He's one of our all-time favourites. And one of my favourites too. Stay cool, Joe Cool. I mean, Snoopy. And stay waggin'. Wow, that was a weird drone. Well, maybe we could get a good view up in the air. Here is Captain Minnie Mouse, who we'll see in a minute. And oh well, the drone's broken. Anyways, now we've got criminals on the loose, and they've taken over this plane float. Oh no, what are we gonna do? Oh well, it's just going to head along. And squeak, squeak. Phew, it's gone now. So that means Superman's on the loose, furnished by DC Entertainment. Once again, he's here in our parade as always, riding the back car. But of course, what is here for some reason is that our old pal, the Superman balloon, is no longer with us. It got retired, of course. But it doesn't mean that still can't have enough Superman in your life. There's our petrol car. And then here is a blue star to lead on to... who else? A selection of your favourite Simpsons stars, and for some reason Donald, Daisy and Goofy are riding it. This is normally our Marvel float, but it's been taken over by the Simpsons and Goofy and Donald and Daisy. What's going on? This is weird. Oh, they're leading the way for... Huh? Captain Minnie Mouse? What's she doing here? Well, she's here because this is her second parade now. Holding on to that anchor like it's history. So yeah, Captain Minnie Mouse. Minnie's new alter ego for Disney Cruise Line. And she's here, well, once again, to promote Disney Cruise Line itself. Oh, she looks a bit dapper in it, in her sailor outfit, don't you think? Yeah. I think so indeed. Whoa! That was a weird camera shot. But we need to see a bit more of her. Because as the float rolls by, we're on to our main float of the Disney Cruise Line. This ship float. And why? We have Marvel characters on here now, with Spider-Man as the main lead. Because this time, the float is celebrating Marvel. And Spider-Man is our main star because, well, look behind you up on top of there. Nope, not Spidey himself. Up, up. There we are. Spider-Man is back. Yep, he's back. And even better than ever. Of course, he's furnished by Marvel Entertainment Group. Making sure he's slinging his webs even better than ever before. And he's even got a web in his hand. Yep, Spidey is, of course, our now current official superhero. And of course, who doesn't love Spidey? Don't forget, he's appearing in some more movies, as well as the hit TV series Spidey and His Amazing Friends, which can now be seen on CBeebies. Hey look, it's my custom robot float. The Mega Machine. And a pirate is riding this for some reason. And the game is controlling it. Beep boop beep. And now here comes Blue and my original character Boco Loco for some reason. I don't know why, but there she is, and there's Boco standing on the float. Well, Blue is here to promote, well, Blue's Big City Adventure, now on Paramount Plus, and premiering on Nick Jr. very soon probably as well. And following that is another Nickelodeon pal for older kids. Well, not really, but he still appeals to anyone anyway. And that's SpongeBob SquarePants, of course, furnished by Nickelodeon. So this is, we've seen SpongeBob many times in our parade, but this is his second appearance of this design now. The largest SpongeBob to date. He can absorb, well, all sorts of different water, but you don't want to absorb a cardboard cutout or he'd get soggy. Maybe he'd run. Well, not really Sponge on the run, but his colouring would fade. But still, he's there ready to promote his show alongside his best friend Patrick's spin-off show, The Patrick Star Show, and when he was young at Camp Coral. All on Paramount Plus and Nickelodeon. And speaking of SpongeBob, there he is again, the real, talented, the awesome SpongeBob. Together with two of his friends, Patrick Star and Sandy Cheeks, and Santa Claus. Wait, the parade is already over? But I thought it had just started. Ah, this isn't the real Santa, it's just a little custom Santa to show that it's almost time for our Christmas unit, featuring all sorts of different wintry and Christmassy floats, and it will be something to really enjoy. Let's go. We're almost near the end now of the parade, and just heading backwards now, so that we've got another blue star on the loose. Well, of course, it's just a blue star, so there's nothing wrong with that. And then, what I would say is also very interesting is, what are Dave and Alex doing up here on the truck? Are they supposed to be doing something else? Well, they must be enjoying themselves though, so that's good, I guess. And now, here comes our last awesome returnee. It is none other than the Nesquik Bunny, one of our all-time favourite floats, finished by, of course, Nestle Food Corporation. So, as before, the Nesquik Bunny is beating his own drum. And he surely does enjoy it, doesn't he? He certainly is a bunny band leader indeed. There may be different Nesquik bunnies for different flavours, like there might be a banana Nesquik bunny or a strawberry Nesquik bunny, but this is delightfully chocolatey. There's all sorts of other Nesquik branded stuff as well. Cereals and hot chocolate and all sorts. Now, here comes the boat full of treats and Christmas goods. This is certainly something that you'd love to eat all up. There's all sorts of different things going on here. And hey look, there's even a bird's eye view from the dog. Ruff ruff, it goes. Here we are. Here is Snuggle, one of our all-time favourite Christmassy additions to the parade, and he's back again. Furnished by Hankel North American Consumer Goods, he is the lovable mascot of Snuggle Fabric Softener. And not forgetting that lovely red stocking, so that he prepares to wait for Santa. He's certainly a good sight indeed. We enter the entryway to a greetings from a winter wonderland now, with our famous ice sculpture with wings. Yeah, because ice sculptures can give you wings. Now let's attach it back on before it goes, or otherwise it'll melt. Oh, and look up here. It's our custom elf. Certainly a good sight indeed, making sure to prepare for us for Christmas. And then here comes, well, what do you know? It's a nice hockey game. Or maybe a nice football game, I have no idea. But whatever it is, it looks like it's a lot of fun, isn't it? And that's not Santa Claus, it's just a guy dressed up in a Santa costume. How funny is that? And this isn't Santa Claus either, it's Lord Mole, dressed up in his usual Santa outfit. Heesh, he gives me the creeps. Ooh, wait, that's not his thing. Ooh. Ah, look at this. You're familiar with him, the elf on the shelf. Furnished by, of course, the elf on the shelf by the Camelonia Company. This neat little guy, or gal, depending on who you get, is of course making sure to sit down and watch you all the way through, making sure if you are naughty or nice. And if you're nice, Santa could give you some presents. And he's one of these scout elves who just likes to, well, go to your house, and then when he goes back to the North Pole, you've got another thing coming. Now, on to our next Winter Wonderland float. Granny and the Knight are on this one, full of snowmen. It's certainly quite snowy indeed, if you have a look. And there's a bit of an ice rink as well. Maybe the snowmen want to ice skate. I have no idea. And here is our favourite gnome, the Goofy Gnome. Goofy because, well, he can be a little bit crazy at times. He loves to shake and dance. He's basically like a dancing balloon, if you'd ask me. He could even pirouette as well. All balloons can do that. Next up, we have the end of our Winter Wonderland unit. We have this little boy with a lone present. You may have seen last time that this used to be the Queen funeral float, but now it's just a standard, any old float to end the Winter Wonderland goodness, so that we can get on to even more Christmassy fun. And what more Christmassy fun do we have, you may ask? Well, we got these giant Santa Starflakes, or Santa stars, wearing snug Santa hats on top as they, well, lead the way to be good old stars. And they just say, just believe in yourself, which is a good moral indeed. Now, we're on to our next, one of our final floats. It's Rudolph with a giant crayon and a army man on there. Maybe they wanted to make this Santa's Toyland, but the float was too small to make it Santa's Toyland, so they had to do that instead, and well, had Rudolph on there anyway. And here is our brand new float. It is the baby Christmas tree with the little elves and the huskies on there. But someday they'll be nice and big, so don't you worry and fret about that. And now, here comes our grand finale. This brand new duo, well, you've already seen one of these before, but can you tell which one is the brand new one? Well, if you've seen earlier, we promised you that we'd see more Pokemon. And now, here it is. For the first time ever, Pikachu is joined by his good pal, Eevee. Once again, furnished by the Pokemon Company International as always. This delightsome duo is here in their delightful sled to promote Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, which is out right now. So their Poke Sled It's themed of a Pokeball. And Pikachu's wearing a delightful green scarf and Eevee's wearing a delightful Santa hat. Certainly indeed, this is something that will surely marvel to impress at. The delightful Christmas tree glows up in the air. And now, as it rolls by, here we are. Exactly who you wanted. And of course, I've been on the float the entire time, of course. So, yep, I've been narrating it all on this microphone while my friends have been playing on instruments. And of course, not forgetting Santa Claus on top. Flying in the air thanks to some Lego. And it is a bit weird, but still. Good old Santa. Who doesn't love him? Oh, 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 oh. Thank you very much, Harry. Now, I think it's time for us to say goodbye. Yep, I know that. And very soon, you might see a brand new Christmas parade, but it won't have any balloons, though. It'll just be a pure Christmas-themed parade, but it will still have me in it. Hope you have a very Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, whatever. And a Happy Thanksgiving, because it is Thanksgiving today, but not in the UK, because the UK doesn't celebrate it. And anyways, the green star at the end definitely says it all, but this is the end. Thank you very much for watching. Yeah, I did say it right, didn't I? Thank you very much for watching. The end.